Maybe let's go to Seki total skill say Loringi Gutimosona, he go into the center to William Kazanata train about. Now I'm back. I wanna start this business. What are the steps there?
How you go start a business? Identify a market. Name. I always make example like no remokers, motembi. Honal batwalo rembarekisa mautwana, chicken feet, ba braya ba shapa nice da ba tela di sauce. Raya that's what I buy. Lutwana le one gituran. And then for argument say give futsor mautwana am 100, then one gituran. Tagalzazi you are guaranteed to oro oira guy 200 rands. But if now mautwana now I come to you and say ish. Yautia go sente, when you go to business how ki se go disababo. Redze mautwana ale. Rabi en go koning ya go sente. But go sente na banana go ya ho yema go di koning barge mautwa. Then it doesn't mean your business ke bad business. The problem go hore our identify a market or how go. So many people was start the business but end up about the kwala saying our business I span. Business is not that business I span. You failed to identify the market. How can you market or how go then you will start to scale up when it comes to the sales. If we take it to social media, I think maybe let me speak about myself as a graphic designer. Most of my clients are I design posters for them, and then some kid gospel artists. And then Barudi, Babanchi, they are not active on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. They are only active on Facebook. So if I want to market my business as a graphic designer, I don't have to upload my posters, my flyers, Instagram, TikTok, tweet, because pastors are not there. The only place my little market you go Facebook. So if you are using digital marketing, you need to know how about register as a service, but active you go guy. So if let's say for argument's sake, it's a lady with a the beauty, I think they call them the beauty therapy, body makeup, what. You know her Instagram go already slave queen. So if you can build your business go Instagram, you are guaranteed or market or how or that so. Sure. And
then maybe another question somebody might pose would be about our business. Do I start business funding or you can start a business
I believe Malum if the most important thing get the skill to multiply what you have. And then a business on its own, it requires skill to multiply. So if you have capacity or 10 rand and a business when you go starting in 100 rand and then you are not able to multiply that 10 rand to 100 rand, then you are not ready for business. So this excuse I'm waiting to get funding 10,000, 20,000. Like no equipment that I have business, it's close worth 200K. But I start a business back then, government 2010, I started like a camera, let tripod, they were worth 4,000 rand. And then ever since Jenyaga started, the equipment they are 4,000. I never got any gigantic funding from NYDA and whatever institution. I took that thing, got 4,000, multiplied it. Today, equipment there has increased. It worth at those 200K.
So basically, you work with what you have.
Work with what you have. Because behind the excuses. One thing about excuse is malum. You can find it at any corner, just like that. But solution can to hard for you to find it. So be you are a solutionist, like we invest more time in finding ways on how to make this thing work with or without funding.
Earlier on we touched a bit about mentoring. Because for around how do you find a mentor, and also do you pay such people or out of the goodness of their heart?
The thing is, Malumen, one thing that I've learned later especially big brands, the celebrities. Celebrities, they are living in a world it's clouded by fans. Everyone have a bona or excited.
Yeah.
And in that world for them, it end up even more boring. So most have realized the celebrity people who are successful, they are looking for people who can come to them and say, hey, I also want to be a DJ like DJ Fingers. If a person can see or very like on a lead desire, passion in you, they can easily connect and by investor in you. So it's very important they approach how connect Alamoto. On which level are you connecting with them? If I connect with you as a fan, I'm gonna be one of those. But if I come to you, I see you as someone who can impact and transform my life. Loena Otlobale a room in you to say, okay, let me groom this young man. We know of people like both DJ Oskido. He's a big brand in South Africa. And but DJ Mapodesa, they are who they are because of Oskido has helped them. And how do you like the Oskido? How to Sabatoba? It was not on the basis of Onyaga Chelete from board. One thing could recently Oskido Maporesa has been this young man who was always passionate about drive. So if you can have drive attracts mentors. I've seen it with my own life. Drive has attracted mentors. And then secondly, if you can get physical mentors, you can find online mentors. And online mentors, what now I do, last night there I was listening to PL Lumumba. He's a speaker from Kenya, he's a professor. He's my mentor, but we never met in person. But when I listen to his messages when he speaks, I become empowered. So you can have adoptive mentors by Lorinda only online. You've never met in the physical.
All right. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk in terms of branding your Sobuti company. With Brenda Joang. And also how do you market your business? Because I think the era of Kenya the poster got going. I think it's good. So we'll touch on all of that when we come back. We're gonna quickly take a break. On the other side of this break.
Let's start first by addressing your misconception, your branding. Many people have misconception when it comes to branding. They think branding ke logo, they think branding ke the color. Like I'm saying, ke the misconceptions. And then honestly, it has been proved that branding goes beyond the logo, the colors and stuff. Branding is how people feel about you or your business. That could basically branding focuses on capturing an emotion. You can think about any brand that you about brand when you put them on you, there's a certain way in which you feel because you are very that brand.
Your favorite,
Even when it comes to the cell phones, there's a certain way you feel how there is a certain brand. So branding is all about capturing or creating an emotion. There was this other day I decided, because Kokasi, people connect with me as a pastor. That's an emotion. But in a certain way, feel in a certain way. That's my brand. And then this other day, I decided to skip us at this other political party. And people who used to feel like a good guy now as a pastor, they started to question me. They were angry, like out of nowhere. Emotion changed because of
you branded yourself
how I branded myself that day. So branding, number one, to own as an individual, ask yourself, how do I want people to feel about me? And then which age group, which gender. And then after we have identified which group, which gender, then now the brand logos, the colors and stuff. If like target market the most common color I will use for my brand pink. Pinky feel a certain way guy or na basad. Then I work on my brand, give the brand colors, and then now give me image results on the body logo and etc. So basically Malome in a nutshell, a brand is how people feel about a thing or a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are responsible for how people feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then maybe after I keep branding, how do then I reach the masses in terms of marketing this business and also removing the business from being me? Where people have a business, but then the honor business is if they are out to somebody that they are still able to buy because I saw aiming that I saw enough.
Sure. Okay, this one is difficult because we can't mention brand names.
Yes, yes.
But other, for example, the franchises that you do from overseas or USA, the brand that we know, regular shopong there's a certain way beggar and then list stuff for sabot. Heaven do medis, honor gam koban do medicine, honor gam koban tritang. And then there's this other shop, Barigisa chicken in a lengar 10 years we know Mafura it's too much. And then as people feel somehow Gamafura. So hence I said to you, Malume earlier, you need to check target market how before we can even speak the marketing. Check out target market how when you go reach out which group. If group when you go reach out, banal problem maybe high blood, you what like get old people, you know old people banal malady.
Yeah. And
then if the Jota how chicken how in Almafura manch, obvious those people they won't buy the shop where how. So basically what you have done, you've lost them as a market. But if now your target young people, barata mafura, barata then your numbers, then you know it's gonna be young people. So now so now you've built a brand when young people think how but feel in a certain way. Mafura are excited then now you start to work on marketing. Then marketing what check again or youngsters can weekends baphela go guy. If Motembisa hona le phaka they are always there or make sure or at least in a weekend you take your banners, your flyers there, maybe lead a promotion, get a DJ alete. So basically marketing it's creating a strong presence. If we take it to social media, social media presence, at least once in a day, as a graphic designer, I have to make sure I post my recent design. And I've tested this thing, it works. The more I post my recent designs, the more people want to give me, the more it happens. So we think marketing, I just tell people today about my business and then hopefully. We have big brands, never since I was young, they've always been there. That whole drink, that you are guaranteed that every time we to my TV, they are aired. You're well. So the other day I read something interesting, but marketing is all about capturing somebody's mind. And then when you capture somebody's mind, you start from the conscious level. Move to the subconscious, and then the subconscious it controls 70% of our behavior. So like a subconscious we radilo without thinking first. So go shopping no holds and on your cold drink. There's this cold drink away later without thinking first or how it tastes, how it was, because your subconscious memory it's filled with that thing. What that thing owns the subconscious memory I have. So marketing, you have to make sure you are always before the eyes of people, so that the day when they want to buy a funeral cover, the only thing that comes first to mind is advert funeral pala. I always see it on TV. So you have to have a strong presence. That's how marketing works.
All right, and then maybe how level business styles finally how around. Must you look at them as competition, or you do your own thing and make sure we get a perfect?
One of the steps, I think let's make it step number 3, because non logos go step number 2. When you look at other businesses, you have to do the following or identify their strengths, their weaknesses, because in everything that we do, competition comes automatically. It can either be a positive competition or a negative competition, but at the end of the day, none of us is exempted from competition.
Yes.
As a radio presenter, when all other presenters out there,
Yeah.
they are in the field, competition comes automatically.
Yes.
So the best way to distinguish yourself from your competitors is step number 3.
Yeah.
Become efficient.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a distinction between being effective and being efficient. When you are effective is when you do the right thing. When you are efficient is when you do the right thing the right way.
Yeah.
So being here today as a radio presenter, most stationing, you are effective as a presenter at Voice of Tembisa. Why are you effective? Because you are doing the right thing. But the question is, when you are there doing the right thing, are you doing the right thing the right way? So you have to make sure you move from only doing right things, you do them the right way. So that Okonoho beat your competitors.
Yes.
To this morning I posted something on my Facebook. I just said, don't drop the standard.
Yeah.
And that on its own is powerful. You are not a first radio presenter on planet Earth. You didn't discover this thing.
Yeah.
There are predecessors who did this thing before you could even imagine or think about doing it.
Yeah.
And there's a certain standard which they have raised. And when you get into the space, make sure you don't drop the standard.
Yeah.
So become a person oiloring, you are standard conscious. Even your competitors in the market, standard say when I always say to people, there's a scripture in the Bible, Jesus says, when your friend asks you to go 1 mile with them, go 2 miles. So every time you identify a market, check out 1 mile again, and then for you to beat the industry, it will take out 2 miles.
Yeah.
Will Smith says, if I'm on a treadmill with someone, Russian, I'm gonna be the guy who died on a treadmill. So when obvious whole below like that could Will Smith says
yeah.
So if you can be that kind of a person, you don't drop the standard, you always raise it. That's how you're gonna beat your competitors.
All right.
And then can I say something again?
Yeah.
Every industry inally its weaknesses. If you want to beat your competitors, check out the weaknesses I wanna get in.
Yeah.
As a graphic designer, I've studied my competitors, realize it's they don't deliver on time.
Yeah.
But they don't deliver on time. That's number 1. Number 2, their work is common. But they don't study trends. They don't become innovative.
Yes.
But they are delivering on time.
The biggest one,
Yeah. I think it's not only more graphic design. If you can check the TV program, the issue always is not delivering on time. So I've studied my competitors. So every time when a new customer asks, are you a designer? I say yes.
Yeah.
Can you design a logo? I say, of course, yes, I can design it. And then how long can you deliver your turnaround time for delivery? Okay, I always say the following: same day delivery.
Yeah.
So that's how I've branded myself. I deliver same day.
Yeah.
So other graphic designers, they lose business because you give them a miracle today or a couple of designing a logo, and then they take about 2 weeks before they can deliver.
Yeah.
So capitalize on the opponent's weakness.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then 4.
And then the 4th one, it's relationships. When you build a business, if you want it to grow, especially if you don't have funding, you have to make sure that you build strong relationships.
Yeah.
JT Fox says relationships is not what many people think it is. Many people think relationships is who you know. But JT Fox says relationships is not who you know, but who knows you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's deep.
Yeah.
It's not who you know, but who knows you.
Yeah.
So who knows you, that on its own also determines the growth of your business. If I serve a client today, I'm designer a logo, and then I'm offer a customer satisfactory or happy, I was able to follow the orders. Next time this satisfied customer, I meet someone saying to them, I also need a logo, who designed for you, they will gladly say, yo, I can recommend that person. Get Clement, they call him, search him on Facebook, his numbers are the following. So that is very much important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So it's who knows you.
It's who knows you.
And that happens after Mufile a good service.
A good service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So you have to also ask yourself, Malome, as a DJ, how do people know you? Have you built a good name that is recommendable? Because only DJs anymore we know Gigi is starta ka 7, ufitla ka 8. He starta ka 8 ufitla ka 9. And then now everyone, when I let this other guy, gospel artist, my friend he knows the guy.
Yeah.
His brand now ever tarnished because of he allows people to book him by memory posting.
Yeah.
Kazadzilla event day, he doesn't show up. So let Rina know when someone want to host him. Have us start about neither the contact. We are scared to even give them contact at the guy because he has become a brand that doesn't deliver.
Yeah.
So brand repetition, it's not a good one. So now into a metan, it's not who he knows, but who knows him. So you need to work more on investing in relationships.
All right. We're moving towards wrapping up. What else do you want to share with people that are at home that wants a way out to change and do something whilst like you said, universities, TVET colleges and stuff?
I think in Tonga Sharab Malum, this one, I think even in the beginning we touched on it, and it'll wrap up. It connects with point number 5.
Yeah.
You need to check your skills, man. Yeah, like your talents. I believe that everybody owner le talent and then for people to pay you, they pay you for one thing, and that's point number 5. And that thing is called excellence. Excellence. That's what they pay you for.
Yeah.
You excel at what you do. If we can check our neighboring countries, some of Africa, most of them, when it comes to economy, they're not doing well. I can make an example of Zimbabwe. Their economy has collapsed a long time ago.
Yes.
But those people, Malome, if they come to Mzanzi, they don't come to Mzanzi, but Mzanzi was risky.
Yeah.
And then have start about okay, ditafol.
Yeah.
Ditafol as aba di rotswana le batho ba mokas. Go motho o iretse tafola ka osane how we do something more on ya collapse. Whatever that they do it with excellence.
Yeah.
So my encouragement to people who are listening right now is don't just do it.
Yeah.
Do it with excellence. Don't just do it for the sake of I've done it. Do it knowing that you have given it your all. There was a time I read something and I was like, wow. I think I read it that 2018 when Beyonce performed about this other massive concert by Lisa Coachella.
Yeah.
It is said that Beyonce performed that concert for 2 hours, and then for her to prepare for that concert, it took her 6 months. Like the whole entire Beyonce, who's established in the industry, who's been doing things for many years, it took her 6 months to prepare for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because Beyonce, brand Beyonce. Number 1, perfect image. Number 2, excellence when it comes to the performances. So remember buga malume ka match ka date so or perform go phabong so or go guy to come in DJ. And then we emela veke ya event. Day before ka Friday or perform Saturday. More mixing and stuff. It doesn't work like that. So long as you know you've been given an ample time to prepare. Prepare us enough so that the day when you come to deliver, you over deliver. You don't just deliver, you deliver beyond delivery.
Yeah. Maybe your final words to who've been listening to what you've been sharing. Do you have numbers? Do you also coach people to start?
I do coach people who want to start their businesses. I'm passionate, especially about coaching young people by to start a business. If you are a musician, I can coach you in that regard. If you are a speaker, like business on its own in general. Actually, my focus is to coach you on how to make money with what you do. So if you want to connect with me on social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, I am Clement TC Speaker. And then if you want to WhatsApp me, I'm available on WhatsApp. It's 061 497 9952. I repeat, 061 497-9952.
Right.
That's where you can find me.
Then what's in the pipeline? What's coming up for you at 2022?
What's coming up for me at 2022? It's doing more schools. I'm going to people. Like now, I'm on the radio station. But for me, 2022, I'm gonna dedicate my year to reach out to people as many as possible. Use every platform I found to speak to our people. Even if I can touch one person, more radio, visa, it's fine. So long as I can impact life of a person a day at once. Sure.
Yeah, the number again?
061-497-9952.
Yeah.
And I must say, I'm also available to be booked for the event to come and speak. I'm available to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for making time.
Thank you, Maluma. Appreciate it. Sure.
Ah, nice one.
Thank you.
Nice one. Yeah, you inspired. Are you opening a business?